Hi, Larry Gaines, PowerCycleTrading.com. In this video, I want to walk you through how to spot or identify a market top and market bottoms. Primarily, we're going to look at a market top, which we just experienced one on the NASDAQ and the S&P. But this is going to walk you through kind of the tools that I use to identify and spot a market top, and then a really great option strategy that we use to trade either market tops or bottoms. So this is the trade we'll go through, and I'll show you the tools and the indicators for identifying a topping formation, and then the type of option strategy I like to use typically is what we call a calendar diagonal. I like this strategy. The other one that I'll use quite a bit would be a butterfly, but today we're just going to go through using a calendar diagonal. So this is kind of a strategy that I love because it can be used for kind of a medium to longer term trend trade or reversal trade. So when we get a kind of a cycle reversal off a topping pattern, or maybe a cycle reversal off a low, bottoming out pattern, this is a really great strategy because it helps you to stay with the trade a little bit longer. And if you have to, if the market starts kind of moving sideways, we can typically use this pattern or this type of strategy to get paid while we wait for that direction to kick in. So this is the calendar diagonal. So what it does is additional benefits. It's a strategy that sells time and volatility. So we get the benefit of time decay and implied volatility if there's what we call a horizontal skew. So it can give us income or kind of finance the trade as we're waiting. It's a very low capital at risk, or it's a defined risk trade. It's a debit spread trade, and it gives you positive data. So it's a timing spread kind of strategy as well. So let's take a look at the chart here, and I'll show you the topping pattern and the tools I use, and then I'll show you the trade setup that we did with a calendar or put calendar diagonal. So this was on QQQ, the NASDAQ 100 ETF. And so this white line up here is what we call an extreme range band. This is basically 3 ATR. So normally, prices will kind of stay within a range of 2 ATR, this blue line, and then reversion back to the moving average, kind of a mean reversion. So that dashed yellow line is a 21 period moving average. Now, when you get price, really starting to take off and trend really hard, typically it'll break above that 2 ATR, the blue, and then it'll go up to that 3 ATR. And once it starts breaking though above that 3 ATR, it's starting to get extreme and extended. So I match that, look for that for kind of extended price. And then this indicator below is a overbought, oversold, a reversal indicator that we use. And so the yellow part of it is a 14 period moving average of this overbought condition over 90 percentile. So when that 14 period gets above the 90 percentile and we've got it extended up here past that 3 ATR, it tells us that the market's starting to potentially get into that phase where we might see buying exhaustion. So you might see buyers pull back and the market either goes sideways or it'll start trending down back to reversion to the mean, which would be the 21 period moving average. So you can see that's exactly what it did. So we got up here very extended, and then we finally got the break down into that 21 period moving average here. That was yesterday. All right, so we set this trade up here on the 15th. That was on Thursday. That was on Friday right here. No, actually Thursday, sorry. And then we had a down day on Friday, but then we had the big fall through on Monday. Okay, so very kind of short duration trade actually. You can see the other time we had this kind of same pattern was back here in April. Got extended up here, way overbought, and a pullback reversion to the mean. So the next thing is the trade setup, and this really kind of complements this kind of pattern because let's say it just kind of churned for a little bit and then fell over, we'd be getting paid while we wait. So here's the trade setup. Now I've got also an alert trade service, and this was sent out to the service. So you can see the exact trade that was sent out. This was text out on the July the 15th right here, and it says new short QQQ trading at 360.60. This trade is set up based on a cycle high reversal on the daily. Buy to open a diagonal QQQ 13 August. That would be long. 19 July short 363.55 at around $6.50 or $650. So in this basically trade, we're going to be long the 13 August, further out in time, the 360 put, and then closer in the 19 July 355 put. And we got into this trade at 650 or lower. That's your debit cost. And then we put price targets in, price target 351, 358, 57, 55, stop loss, etc. So then once that trade was set up, then here was her profit take. I sent this out by text on the 19th. and that was yesterday, Monday. And so QQQ short trading at 353.60. If long this calendar diagonal, make sure to close out today before the close. The short 355 put expires today. Trade up close to 300. Now it was actually up much more than that. So here's what the trade looked like. So we set this trade in motion. The entry was on the 15th. It was traded 360.60. And then what we did was, this was the long, where my pointer is, the 13 August 360 put short the 19 July 355. So that's the spread. So we entered that spread spread at $6.45 or $645 per spread if you did one. And then on the 19th, which was Monday, yesterday, this was an expiration for Monday, which is great for QQQ and SPY. Have these different expiration days. And so at that point in time, it collapsed down. It was, down to about 353. And at this point in time, it was trading at 354.77. And that was about 1.61% down, from 360 to 354. But at that point in time, this trade was up $323 per spread. So it went from $645 per spread to $968, $323 per spread, up 50%, while the market was down 1.61. So really great strategy to take advantage of it. It's a positive theta trade as well. So if it kind of stalls and churns, we're going to get paid while we wait. And it's just a really great strategy for these kinds of type of topping patterns. So I hope this helps. And if you're interested in more trades like this, make sure to join us at powercycletrading.com. Good luck trading.